Most people think strong people are born different, like they have some secret superpower from day one. But the truth is this: the strongest people are usually the ones who were once completely broken, scared, and full of doubt, just like you. The only difference? They refused to stay weak. They trained their mind to become a warrior. Today's story is about a boy who went from a weak, distracted mind to a focused warrior mindset. Once in a small village, there lived a boy named Kabir. Kabir was intelligent, but he had one big problem. His mind was always running away from him. When he sat to study, he thought about his phone. When he tried to read, he thought about games. When he started any important work, within minutes he was scrolling, chatting, or daydreaming. His father often told him, "Son, your mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will drag you in the wrong direction. But if you discipline it, it can carry you anywhere you want to go." Kabir just nodded and then went back to his distractions. One day, a wise teacher named Guruji came to stay in their village. People said he could turn average students into top achievers. Kabir's father took him to Guruji and said, "Sir, my son is not stupid, but his mind is never stable. He starts everything, finishes nothing." Guruji smiled at Kabir and said, "Tomorrow morning, come to my house alone." The next day, Kabir went. Guruji gave him a small glass full of water and said, "Hold this glass and walk slowly around my garden. There is only one rule: don't spill a single drop." Kabir thought, "That's it. Easy." He started walking. At first it was simple, but then the birds started chirping loudly. The wind shook the trees. Some children were playing and laughing nearby. Kabir turned his head to see them, and a little water spilt. A butterfly flew past his face. He looked at it, more water spilt. By the time he finished one round of the garden, half the glass was empty. Guruji asked, "What happened?" "Why did you spill so much?" Kabir said, a little embarrassed. "I got distracted. There was so much noise around me." Guruji looked at him and said quietly, "This glass is your goal. The water is your focus. The birds, the wind, the children, the butterfly, they are the world's distractions. If you let your mind run after every sound, every notification, every temptation, you will lose your focus before you even reach your destination." Then he asked, "Tell me, Kabir, do you want to keep living with a weak, distracted mind? Or do you want a warrior mind that stays calm and focused no matter how loud the world becomes?" Something changed inside Kabir. For the first time, he clearly saw his problem. That evening, he made himself a promise. "I will not try to become perfect in one day. I will just become a little more disciplined than I was yesterday." He started small. He set a fixed time to wake up. He gave himself 1 hour with no phone to just study. When his mind wandered, he gently pulled it back. He began to practice 5 minutes of deep breathing every morning. Inhale, exhale, training his mind to sit still, like a warrior sharpening his sword before battle. At first it was painful. His fingers wanted to reach for his phone. His thoughts wanted to escape. But day after day, he kept bringing his focus back to the glass of water. His goal. Days turned into weeks. Slowly, Kabir changed. He could study for longer without distraction. His memory improved. His grades started to rise. People said, "Wow, Kabir has become so smart." But Kabir knew the truth. He wasn't just smarter, he was more disciplined. A year later, a big national competition was announced. Students had to solve difficult problems in a very short time. Many students panicked. Some gave up halfway. Their minds were noisy, fearful, and weak. Kabir sat down, took a deep breath, and remembered the glass of water. One question at a time. One moment at a time. No panic, just focus. He ignored the noise around him. ignored the pressure, and ignored the fear. When the results were announced, Kabir was the winner. Everyone clapped for him, his father's eyes filled with tears. Guruji smiled and said, "Kabir has proved something important today. A disciplined mind is stronger than talent, luck, or even intelligence." From that day on, people in the village didn't just call him smart, they called him the boy who mastered his mind. If this story lit even a small spark in you, don't let it die. Like this video, share it with someone who needs strength, and subscribe for more stories that turn a weak mind into a warrior mindset. Your next chapter begins the moment you decide to discipline your mind.